How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing this morning? I said, how's everybody doing this morning? Good. We have a fun chapel for you guys planned for today. I got Timmy up here with me. He's going to help me talk about some things before we get rolling. Because what we're talking about today is being selfless or selfish? Selfish. What? Selfless? Yeah, selfless. Not is selfish good or bad? Bad. It is bad, okay? So with it being bad, are we selfish sometimes? You're not selfish? No. Timmy, you've never been selfish in your whole life. Nope. Timmy, if I were to buy, okay, let me give you the scenario, okay? I buy you a Happy Meal at McDonald's. Yes, I like this. Okay, so if I buy you a Happy Meal at McDonald's and I say, hey, Timmy, we're going to split the fries, how would you feel about that? That's wrong. Why is that wrong? Because they're my fries. No, we're sharing them. We're sharing them. Can you share? That's not sharing. That just means me buying you another fry. Yes. We should share the fries. No. No, Timmy, being selfless means like being able to share, being caring. I do care about you having your own fries. Okay, all right. So that's not what we're talking about. Okay, so let's say that I have a pencil and I have actually another pencil and you need a pencil. Yes. Okay, and you say, hey, Pastor Andy, can I have a pencil? And I said no. How would that make you feel? That's wrong. I know it's wrong, okay? But if I were to give you a pencil, is that being selfish or selfless? Give me pencil. No. Is it selfless or selfish? Pencil. No. Selfish is me keeping the pencil. Selfless is you getting the what? Pencil. Okay. All right. Technically that's correct. Okay, so oh, Lord, Timmy. Okay, let's go down this road. Do you like Oreos? Yes. Do you worship them? Okay. All right. You like double stuffed? Come on. Okay. So if I had Oreos for you, all right, and I had 4 Oreos, okay, and I gave you 3, but I only kept 1, is that selfish? No, that's godly. Okay, that's godly. That's good because it's being what? Selfless. Okay. All right, so let's say I give you 2 cookies, I give you 2 Oreos, and I get 2 Oreos. Is that right? Give me all the Oreos. All the Oreos. Oh! Good Lord. Okay. So we're talking about being selfless today. Everybody say selfless. Timmy, say selfless. Selfish. Oh, my. All right. Everybody up on your feet. Let's get into our first song this morning. Everybody up, everybody up, everybody up. Can you be selfish or selfless? Oh, boy. He's got a lot to learn, and so do we. So everybody up, here we go. If you know it, sing it out. We know that Jesus is our superhero. Let's sing it out. Here we go.
He's the one who makes the sun shine. He's the one who puts the moon in the sky. He's the one who hung the stars one by one. He's the one who makes the birds sing. He's the one who makes your dreams so high. He's the one who makes me smile. Day by day, Jesus, you're my superhero.
Good job, guys. Good job, good job, good job. Today, we also are going to celebrate third grade, okay? So third grade was not able to be at our awards ceremony. So we have awards for third grade. Everybody say, third grade. Everybody say, third grade. Everybody give me a third grade. Ooh, ooh. Third grade. Ooh, ooh. All right. I'm going to hand this over to Mrs. Batson. Let's give Mrs. Batson a round of applause.
You did. He got it right this time. All right, third grade. We're going to start with our behavior awards. Our two top third graders are Chloe Emile and Rachel Landero. There you go. And for the rest of the behavior awards, we have Christopher Dufert, Zena Estrella, Layla Grady, Hunter Henkel, who's online, so we'll get it to him later, Julia Harner, Trayvon Johnson, who's also online. Give him a round of applause. Naomi McInnes, who's also online. Malia Minot. Michael Portlock. London Sharp. Zariah Swinton, Sophie Torres Castillo, and Ethan Valdespino, who's also online. And then our academic awards, see if I can find them. Our AB honor roll, we have Michael Portlock, Zena Estrella, Rachel Landero, Malia Minot, Layla Grady, Sophie Torres Castillo, Trayvon Johnson, and Ethan Valdespino, who are online, and London Sharp. Our all A's, our President's Honor Roll, Julia Harner, they worked really hard to get all those straight A's. Naomi McInnes, who's online, and Chloe Emile. Excellent job, third grade. Big round of applause.
All right, let's give everybody in third grade a round of applause. Straight A's, that's impressive. Timmy, did you ever get straight A's? Nope, never. Oh my. All right, Timmy, we got to talk a little bit more. I figured. You thought I was going to talk to you? Yep. How'd you know I was going to talk to you? I bet, boy. Okay, that's not what I'm saying, okay? Timmy. Okay, before we continue in today's lesson, I really need you to understand that we cannot be selfish, okay? I don't like fish, so I'm good. That's not what I'm talking about. Are you laughing? I don't talk about being the greatest in selfless love. I am the greatest. At what? Checkers. Timmy. Okay? That sounds like a song. Timmy. 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 Yo, drop that beat. Okay. Timmy, you can't. Okay. All right. Timmy? Okay, we're going to be in 1 Corinthians today talking about love. Love. Okay. Okay, let's talk about some things that are love. Did you know that love is patient? Yep. Are you patient? Nope. All right. It's also kind. I'm kind. Kind of sweet. Okay. Love is not jealous. Are you jealous? Well, there was this one time when I saw this scooter and I really wanted the scooter, and then I got the scooter and then I wasn't jealous anymore. Okay. Speaking of jealousy, also talking about being boastful. Boastful is being like, oh, I really want this. I really have this. Boastful is like, I'm awesome. I am awesome. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. Love also is not rude. Nice to meet you. Okay. All right. It does not demand its own way. It's not irritable. Are you irritable? Because you're making me a little irritable. Okay. And it keeps no record of being wronged. Well, there was this one time when this guy named Jimmy got in my class and he wouldn't stop talking and we lost recess and then we couldn't go on the playground. And I'm still a little mad at him. You can't do that to him. No, you can't make him disappear. What are you, crazy? All right. This is where it gets good, okay? You listening up? Have you ever given up on something? Yep. What have you given up on? I've never given up on you because you're my friend. Oh, thanks, buddy. Okay. Which leads me into love never gives up, never loses faith. It is always hopeful and endures through every circumstance, even when you had really bad breath for a whole year. Yeah, that was rough. I still loved you, though. I know, thank you. It smelled like poo-poo. Oh, my. Okay. It did smell really bad, okay? But I don't think it smelled like poo-poo. Stop saying that. Poo-poo. Stop saying that. Poo-poo. Okay. All right, we got to get into our next song. Everybody up on your feet. Timmy, can you be selfless? Yeah! Can you be selfless? Yes!
Staring into your eyes.
Let's go ahead and sing this out, guys.
Come alive. Suddenly brought to life when I met you. Reaching beyond the skies, running deep, stretching wide. Perfect love realized, here with you. Come on now. Now this love is for real, you will never let go, never let go. Oh, and it's more than just words, love beyond my control, out of control. What's up? This is real love, this is real love. Say this is real love, this is real love. Come on, let's say. You're pulling me closer and closer, holding my heart till the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom.
Looking into your eyes makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to life when I met you. 1, 2, 3, jump! This is real love. This is real love. This is real love. This is real love. Oh. One more time, we say. You're pulling me closer and closer, holding my heart to the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love. This is real love. This is real love.
Good job, guys. Good job. Before we get into, I got a video for you guys this morning about Christmas time, all right, and also about love. Okay, I'm going to say Christmas time, and you're going to go, aw, and I'm going to say love, and you're going to go, aw. Ready? Christmas time. Love. Cookies. Santa. Cookies. Fast cars. Sunsets. Ice cream. Homework, teachers, stuff. All right, let's pray it up. Let's go ahead and bow our heads and close our eyes and let's pray it up, all right? Lord, thank you so much for today. And thank you for everybody that's in this room. And thank you for our students. And Lord, I pray that we would be selfless. In a season that almost pushes us to be the other way, I pray that we would be selfless, that we wouldn't be so worried about ourselves and what gifts we're getting and what we want, but that we would focus more on being selfless and giving and not making it all about us. Lord, thank you so much for sending your son and setting that example of selflessness, and help us just all be the greatest at selfless love. Help us strive for that. We love you, God, in everything you do. And everybody said, go ahead and watch this video on the screen.
There is a star that will lead us to you, will lead us to you. Here in the dark, we are searching for you. We're searching for you. And there There in the sky, we will glory in you. We'll glory in you. 'Cause here in our hearts, we are bursting with you. We're bursting with you. 'Cause there as a Savior you are, with hope in your heart. Hope in your heart. And here as our Savior you've come, our souls you have won, our lives you have won.
All right, so at the end of the day, what is Christmas all about? It's all about the Lord, right? And so for us, as we go into this Christmas season, now I really need you guys to listen, okay? As we go into this Christmas season, we have to remember to not be selfish, okay? And we can easily get that way, right? Like you see maybe another person's house that's decorated with lights and they got all this stuff, and you're like, man, I wish I had that. I wish our house looked like that. Or you see other kids with their Christmas list, and kids have like really expensive toys and all this stuff, and you're like, man, I want that. And we get to that selfish place. Even us as adults, we get in that place where like, I deserve this. I need this. We don't need anything. We're set. We're good. Christmas is more of a time of giving than getting, okay? And not to mention, when you give, it's way more rewarding than you're getting. Because getting can get tired. Well, I want this and I want that, and then you don't get it, and you're like, that's annoying. Don't do that, okay? And we get to that place where we want things, and we want things, and we want things, and we can't be that way, all right? In 1 Corinthians, okay, in chapter 13, verse 13, it says this. And it's basically saying if you get all the superpowers, okay? If I could speak, okay? All right? In chapter 13, verse 1, it says this. If I could speak all the languages of the earth and of angels, but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. So, if I could speak all the languages of earth and of angels, could you imagine if you could speak all the languages of earth? That'd be crazy. And you can speak to angels? What? Okay? You get all that. You could do all that, all right? That would be like saying to you, like, hey, you could fly. You could have the best superpowers ever. But then it goes on to say this. But didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. But if I didn't love others, we have got to love. You could be the coolest. You could have the most superpowers. You could be so awesome, you just burst with more awesomeness. And then that awesomeness that came out of your awesomeness bursts into another awesomeness, and the awesomeness builds into a super Tyrannosaurus Rex awesomeness, and then the Tyrannosaurus Rex turns into an eagle of awesomeness, and then the eagle of awesomeness goes to the awesomeness of awesomenesses. That would be insane. But if you don't love, it's all for nothing. You're nothing but a noisy, clangy cymbal. This is not fun all the time. That is not fun. You see how annoying that is? That's what it sounds like when you talk in class, am I right? All right, listen up. Shh. You could be the most awesome of the awesome. You could talk to all of the people in the world, no language barrier. You could talk to all the angels. You could be the best. But if you don't love other people, you're just a noisy gong. I don't know about you, but if you're a noisy gong, no one wants to be friends with that. If you're a noisy gong, no one wants to love that. If you're a noisy gong, nobody wants to hang out with that. And so you could have all the things of the world, but if you don't love people, you're just a noisy gong, okay? A clanging cymbal. This is not good, okay? This is what you sound like in class. The y equals the mx plus do minus 3, whatever math problems are these days. That's not fun. Could you imagine walking up to a friend and be like, hey, I just need to talk right now. My parents are fighting at home a lot, and I'm having a difficult time with school. And your friend was like, no, I really need to talk to you. Like right now, I just need someone to share something with. I really need a hug right now. I really need some money right now to pay for lunch. I really just need some help. I need something. Do you see how annoying that is? Now listen, shh. There's nothing good that comes out of that, but more selfishness. Everybody repeat after me. There's enough selfishness, and that's it. There's enough selfishness. Believe it or not, there is enough selfishness going around the world, and you don't need any more of it. We don't need any more of it. What we need is more selflessness. It says this in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13, okay? Talks about the greatest. 3 things will last forever. None of them are Oreos, okay? Faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these, the most important of these ones to focus on is what? Love. Love. Love lasts forever. Love lasts. And I know this might go over your head, but somebody once said, I believe it was Augustine, that said we should preach the gospel everywhere we go and use words only when necessary. And so we have got to love people. We have got to be selfless. How about this, okay? How about this? Instead of making a Christmas list, why don't you make a Christmas card for somebody? You understand what I'm saying? Can we stop making it all about us? Because you guys as students, as kids, you have this uncanny ability to walk into a room and we're naturally just selfish. And adults are too, but that's not who's mainly in the room this morning, okay? We got to stop being selfish. If you notice that your mom's tired and frustrated, why don't you make her a card instead of telling her what you want? Why don't you encourage her and show her some love instead of telling her what you don't like? Do you ever get food sometimes at the table and then you go, I don't like this? You know what you sound like when you say that? A noisy, clanging cymbal. Okay? Can we stop sounding like that and sound more like Jesus? And so when you guys get something that you don't want, you say, I don't like any of this. Can you go, hey, Mom, thanks for making dinner. I'm going to eat what I can. Can you do that? Okay? If you got somebody in class that's bothering you, and they say, well, I don't like you. You're not my friend. Instead of going, well, I don't like you either. You're not my friend. You know what you just sounded like? A clanging cymbal. That's not good. Okay? When someone says something like that, do you say, all right, I'm sorry you feel that way. You're really missing out on a good friendship. Bye. That's all you got to do. You don't got to sit there and argue with them and yell at them, and then guess who's both going to the office? You and the other person. So for us, we have got to be selfless. Selfless. Let me give you some scenarios, okay? And you're going to say selfless or selfish. We've talked about this before in here, but with Christmas around the corner, with you guys making Christmas list of all the things that you want and what you're going to get and all these expectations and all this selfishness of like, I need this and I want that. We just got to dial it back a little bit this morning. and talk about how we are going to talk about the most greatest thing ever, and that's love. Bottom line, does God love you? Yes, okay? Bottom line is God loves you. He loved you before you were born. He loves you now that you're born because he died on the what? For who? For you. For you. Because he loves you. And all he's asking is that you love the other people around you. Now, do you get along with everybody in your class? No. You can't. It's impossible. Maybe you have. I don't know. But there will come a day when you don't get along with somebody, and you have to choose to whether to love them or to sound like a clanging what? Cymbal, right? And so for us, we got to do that. We got to show people love. Faith, hope, and love last for what? Repeat after me. Forever. There's nobody in the spit zone, so we're good, okay? Forever. 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 Forever? Forever. But now it goes on to this, okay? In 1 Corinthians 13:13, it says this. You ready? And the greatest of these is what? Love, which is not a clanging cymbal. That's good. That's great. Okay? But then when it goes into 1 Corinthians chapter 1 or chapter 13 verse 1, if I could speak all the languages of the earth and of angels but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. So if you don't love, right? But if you do love, it's good. Let me give you some examples, okay? Parents get you a gift. You look at the gift, and you're like, I didn't want this. What are you? Clanging cymbal or love? Which one? You get out of school today. Your parents say, hey, I know you thought we were going to go to Chick-fil-A tonight for dinner. That's what I promised you, but turns out we don't have enough money for Chick-fil-A, so instead we're going to make something at home. And you say, okay, Mom, that's cool, as long as I get to hang out with you. Love or clanging cymbal? Love, okay? Love. Imagine this, okay? It's 8 o'clock on a Thursday night. Mom says, hey, it's time to go to bed. You say, Mom, I normally get to stay up till 8:30. Why do I have to go to bed tonight at 8? Because I said so. Well, Mom, I'm actually 9 years old and I can do whatever I want, and if I'm going to stay up till 8:30, I'm going to. Selfishness, selflessness, love or clanging cymbal? You can't do that. You can't do that. Kid in school walks up to you and says, that's not a Christmas sweater. That's an ugly sweater. You should never wear that. And you go, yeah? Well, it's so big. Never mind, I can't say that in here, okay? You say, it's so big, your big old mouth can fit into it. Did you show that person love or a clanging cymbal? Clanging cymbal. You didn't show that person love. And this is the thing, listen up. Shh. And then we're going to close out, okay? Shh. In that moment when that kid made fun of you, did you have the opportunity to show them the love of Jesus in that moment? Yes. But you chose to waste it so that way you could look cool. Is that right? No, that's not right. You had the opportunity to show them genuine, true, selfless love, and you wasted it because you would have rather been a clanging cymbal because in that moment you could not love them. Could you imagine if you were bad one day out of the whole year, you were bad, and God walked up to you and said, hey, listen, you were bad that one day. I don't love you anymore. Forget about it. God, it was one day. I'm sorry. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We can't do that. We have got to be loving over time. When someone makes fun of you, don't be the clanging cymbal, okay? Be the light of Jesus. Be the light of Jesus. Can we be the light of Jesus this Christmas season? If you don't get what's on your Christmas list, move on. Instead of making more of a list of what you want and all this, and it's got to be this, and Christmas got to be this way, the tree needs to be this big, and the presents need to be this much, can you just make a Christmas card instead? Instead of complaining to your parents about blank, can you write them a little card that says, Mom, thank you for blank? Because there's enough of clanging cymbals going on in the world. And what we need is for the clanging cymbal to stop and for love to begin. Capiche? Now, the only way that works is if we love. That's the only way that works. Okay? And we've got to make sure that we're not that clanging cymbal. Okay? All right? We cannot be that. We cannot be that clanging cymbal. So can you guys show love this Christmas season? Can you guys not be selfish? Can you guys show the love to other people? Okay, Timmy learned a hard lesson today. He started out selfish and then turned into selflessness. Okay? We got to choose to do the right thing. All right? We've got to. All right? Hey, Briggs, can you tell them to stop being a noisy cymbal for me? Thank you. We got to do that. So can we show love this Christmas season? Yes or no? Do you have it in you to show love and be selfless, or are you just going to keep being the annoying, clingy cymbal? What are you going to do? Okay? Can we be loving? Can we do that? Let me read to you this, and then we're going to pray, okay? This is the kind of love that we're supposed to have. Not this kind of love. Here we go. You ready? Okay, perfect. Right now? Oh, okay. Can we got to be this, though, what I'm about to read, and not this. Okay? Okay. All right, here we go. Everybody repeat after me. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or rude. It does not demand its own way. It's not irritable. And it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. Does that mean that love wins when your parents are fighting? Does that mean that love wins when school's really hard? The answer is yes. Does that mean that love wins when maybe your parents get a divorce? Yes. Jesus' love wins. So we have got to love Jesus with everything in us. Now look at me. Shh. If you want to have that love of Jesus in your heart, and you want to make that decision to follow Jesus, and you want a relationship with God, then make sure you come and talk to me after chapel so we can talk more about that. In order for us to be a part of this love, of being a part of this place of just grace and joy, we have got to accept him and love him with all of our hearts. And until we decide to do that, that love is not there. So we've got to love him with all of our what? Does that mean we're perfect? No, but we're going to strive to be selfless, strive to be loving. Let's pray. Lord, I just pray for all of us in this room. Help us be selfless in this season. Help us not get caught up in the selfishness that is so easy for us to look into. Lord, help us be selfless. Help us make a card for somebody instead of making a list of demands and things that we want. And Lord, I pray that for the person here that maybe has a grudge against somebody, that has a problem with somebody, that they would love them, because we know that love endures and holds no grudges. And so, Lord, help us continue just to show this love that you so richly love us with. We love you, God, in everything you do, and everybody said...